Hey, buddy, good morning. Hey, is it morning for you? Because I'll tell you, it's morning for me, baby.
Mm. Yes, it is. It's 8 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. California
8:30, guys.
morning.
We've been chatting behind the scenes, catching up by
We were,
ourselves,
we were
perhaps.
catching up.
We wasted all
We're
the
well
banter.
oiled. We wasted
Yeah.
all. We talked about everything.
Now we're done. Yeah, there's nothing to talk about now.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes. I think it starts with your show.
But I do want to talk about, as cliche
Right.
as it is, the weather and how gloomy as a motherfucker that it has been here in Los Angeles. And I got to tell you guys, I'm fucking loving it.
Are you?
Like
Wow.
McDonald's.
Like a Big Mac in the sky, baby.
I love it.
Take a bite.
Right.
By the way, happy birthday, Grimace.
Yeah, I saw that post on McDonald's.
Did you see that?
Is it
And
really
I
Grimace's
visited-
birthday? Wow.
Yeah,
I visited the McDonald's account, and they're doing some fun things with.
They're
their
doing
social
fun
media.
things. They're doing fun things with Grimace right now. Ooh, and there's a Grimace birthday meal.
Speaking
Is it
of
just
birthdays, Steve.
milkshakes? Oh,
I know it should just be milkshakes. And, by the way, we still don't know what Grimace is. At
Don't
one
you-
point...
don't you dare ignore Elliott's speaking of birthdays, Steve.
Well, hold on. We're talking about Grimace's birthday first.
Now I'm recording.
That's all right. But Grimace's birthday, starting June 12th, McDonald's launches the Grimace's birthday meal and shake.
What's the meal?
The meal is a choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece chicken nuggets, a medium French fry, and McDonald's first ever purple shake.
There it is.
Inspired by the iconic color and sweetness of our purple pal.
The first ever, where we been, McDonald's? The first
Yeah.
ever purple shake? Where you been? Where you been?
Yeah,
What you
I
been
know.
doing?
I know.
What
This
you
is
been doing?
ridiculous.
I also find there's an interesting mass equation or a mass comparison with you could either have this Big Mac or this 10-piece chicken McNugget. It's like is that the same amount of food? Is it more? I don't know.
I know. I know. I guess it's like, what are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for a burger or some nuggies?
This is why it comes in so handy that we have that stamps.com digital scale that we all have.
Because we want to know
So
if
we
it's
can
the
put
same
on
amount of.
the-
Ooh.
Send
Yeah.
on
Did you
mass.
just throw stamps a bone?
Yeah.
I just give we're
It was
giving
just
them
a-
so much just little coins for stamps.com for
They-
it.
that was
Little
not
free-
sponsored.
little freebie. That was not sponsored. Just love them.
Just
But-
dropping
And digital scales, man.
But
weeks.
the interesting thing about this Grimace thing is Disney completely murdered their McDonald Land characters at one point because
Oh,
there was a huge
Don
movement.
Ronald left. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out. The whole gang has
disappeared.
been gone because there was a movement with unhealthy advertising food to children and making this bad food, have these characters be the spokespeople for bad food for kids. And so that kind of went away because it was like franchise suicide to keep these hey kids, come eat this 400 calorie thing. And so they went away, and so now they're back, I guess.
nostalgia kills, my friend.
It's just one of those things, right? Where maybe it's time we start to bring the boys back. But notice how Ronald is nowhere to be seen in this equation.
Clowns are
Well,
tough.
I've heard a lot of the Ronald stuff was, yes, tied to the diet and the unhealthiness of the food, but also the fact that clowns themselves fell out of favor in around the 2000s.
Yeah, for sure. They're
They
kind of
became
creepy.
Known as they became scary, so they got rid of Ronald. And now,
Yeah.
how do you bring him back?
Yeah, outside of Ronald, or actually, sorry, outside of Pennywise, who is a
Yeah.
reimagined clown. Has there been a hot clown in the last 20 years, boys? Has a
Well-
hot clown dropped on the scene?
Yeah, dude.
No.
There is a new clown in town, and
Wearing the crown?
There's a new clown wearing the crown in the town.
What is his name though? Hang on, I gotta get his name. And is it? Because we're talking about Terrifier. Yeah. It was Art the Clown. Is that his name?
Art, yeah.
Yeah, Art the Clown. Art the Clown is the Terrifier murderer. Is the star of the Terrifier movies. And by the way, these Terrifier movies are fucking crazy. And I highly I don't recommend them if you're not into gore. But if you look at gore and like laugh with your friends and go like, "That's insane! What the fuck are we looking at?" Then those are the people I recommend watch the Terrifier movies.
2 comments on the words you all just said. First, talking about the Terrifier movies and being happy about gore. My favorite series for that is Hatchet.
Dude, Hatchet, yeah.
The Hatchet movies are those exactly what you're talking about. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, what are we looking at? Terrifier goes like a bit too far, I think. Like, there's like torture and like, and by the time you're like halfway into the movie, you're like, do we have to watch him like torture another like woman and it's all fucked up? And
I don't like torture porn.
But the Art the Clown character is like really interesting. I could see him finding his place in the horror echelon amongst the other greats.
Now let me rewind.
McDonald's.
He could replace Ronald, I think. What I was going to say about Ronald really quick was, remember when the Burger King was creepy too? And he had that like king mask and he would like sneak around and he'd be like, shh, like do weird things like that. I think McDonald's should lean into that and do like lean into the creepiness of Ronald, but not obviously don't deter people. Like there's a way to do it where it's like G-rated, where like the King was.
The Terrifier Happy Meal is either a Big Mac with a shit ton of ketchup squeezing out of it, just like way too much, or a 10-piece chicken nuggets, but it's in the shapes of hands and feet.
I was going to say that.
And in both scenarios, the Happy Meal comes with a free digital scale.
Elliott just loves stamps. Elliott, but I was gonna say the burger would have like broken glass in it. And, like,
oh God!
Like like that's the Terrifier. That is the Terrifier version of a meal.
I like where your head's at, kid. You're an intern for a reason. Give me some coffee. Come back and bring some of those other brilliant ideas with you, but keep them in your mouth, huh? Keep it shut.
Yeah, because we're definitely never putting glass in our food.
What if we put glass in the burgers?
Also, one last thing about Grimace's birthday. I'm excited. I've always loved Grimace. I think Grimace is such a bonkers, weird thing that like doesn't make sense. Like every other McDonald Land character is like a thing.
Yeah, he's like if you dumped a milkshake out and it started walking.
Yeah. Well, McDonald's has even said at some point that he's like a taste bud.
Ugh.
Which I think is really disgusting and awful, and that's not my headcanon.
Well, yeah, because then the orgies is just like the Fry Kids. They're like rubbing all over him, like in a weird, sexy dance, and he's just in heaven.
He's just like touching everyone, like he's on MDMA.
Constant MDMA. Rewind back. Whoa. The second comment.
Yes.
I should have clarified and said, has there been a hot new clown in town wearing the crown that isn't scary? How long has it been since a positive?
Right, so I'm saying. Yeah, they don't want Ronald to be the first one.
Yeah, I guess not, huh? But I think there's an opportunity to do something. Like, what if they got like Will Forte? Well, maybe Will Forte is not the right choice.
He'd be creepy as hell. Everybody's
like
creepy.
Bill
as
Hader. What about Bill Hader?
Creepy.
Creepy. The guy who just played a serial killer.
Yeah, that one.
Very effectively.
Very effective.
So yes, it is my birthday. It was my birthday a few days ago, and I've been having a lovely time. And birthdays or whatever, they come around and shit. But I have to show you.
Spoken
guys.
like a true 41-year-old.
Yeah, birthdays come around. They're fine.
Yeah, birthday. Enough of that. Talked about it. Mentioned it. Okay.
But so I got a gift. I don't know if you guys saw this. Elliott, you saw this.
Yeah. I saw it. It's great.
Yeah, Kevin Plachy gave me a gift that is just really one of the most bizarre things I've ever been given.
Aw.
It's really strange and unsettling. And I'm going to show it to you now.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, this is a so for those of you that are listening to this, if you haven't seen, Kevin gifted me like imagine a lemon. Now turn it into like flesh, human flesh, and then put in a human eyeball in the middle of it.
Perfect. You described it perfectly. If I wasn't watching and seeing it, I could see it, Steve. The words that you presented us painted the perfect.
Say no
Well,
more.
thank you. And it is grotesquely detailed. Like I'm talking, the lemon has the like little nub where the stem grew.
The lemon butthole.
The lemon butthole, and then we've got the the other
Lemon nipple.
But the creepier thing is like, when you look around on this thing, you've got like little bruises and like veins and then
That's an eye that's seen some stories.
Yeah, like this lemon's been around. If this eye could talk. But
What else does it do, Steve?
It's also like squishy. It's like squishy,
Okay.
like
Stress relievy.
yeah, and the eyeball is movable, so you can what I've been doing with it for display purposes is I've been giving it like the eye rolled back into the lemon, but I'm actually having trouble doing it right now. Hang on. Sorry, guys.
No, the surgery is not going well.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
World-renowned
Guys, I'm sorry.
optometrist surgeons. Stephen R. Zaragoza, MD. There he is. He's back.
So yeah, and it also came with these like lubricating drops that you could like drop on the eyeball, and it makes the eyeball look all shiny and alive. But yeah, so there you go. There's you could take the eyeball out also, and leave a grotesque husk.
Have you put that eyeball in your mouth?
I have not, and I won't.
I don't believe it.
I really won't, because you guys want to watch me
like
put
a
it back
perfect
in. I feel
size.
like I'm putting like a glass eye back in a.
Yeah.
Oh, there
That's
we go.
very. I think I'm not you, but I am out here judging you and Kevin's gift to you, and I would say Kevin nailed it. I feel like that's a 10 out of 10 Steve Zaragoza gift.
A billion percent.
The first
he nailed
attribute is pretty gross.
It's
and then
grotesque.
Also, it serves no function. And,
Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
an
good.
unsettling piece of art that is some of my favorite shit. Yeah, I love it. It's like my Furby burger. It's like the Furby Arby's
Fur burger.
The Fur burger, yeah.
You know what it's like is like my buddy John Payne. You guys know, shout
Yeah,
out. It's
that's
like
right.
his
Yes,
his
very
fleshlets
much.
that he makes. When you saw it,
Yep.
I was like, oh shit. When I saw
You thought it was one of John
I
Payne's
thought
things?
I thought you'd bought one of his sculptures. And I was like, hell
the
yeah,
same
kick
thing.
ass.
Do you have one?
I don't, because
Because like that wouldn't be fun
Swallowed
around
it.
the house with
they're all
family around.
modeled after my body.
And you don't want your family seeing that.
I don't want my family to see my body.
They didn't.
You know what? You just made me feel like a bad. I should have one. I'm gonna go.
I don't know if you should though. It's not very family friendly. Like the art is awesome, and you can appreciate the art for what it is.
Family. What's a family? Who gives a fuck?
But like, because the ones that he makes are also pretty grotesque.
They're really cool. Check them out. John Payne
Yeah.
sculptures, fleshlets.
Okay, can I throw just one thing out there and see if it catches fire, and if not, we can move on. There's been some like intense new UFO activity.
You think this isn't gonna catch on?
Well, unless Elliott doesn't know and you don't know, and it's like maybe you do know and it's not a big deal, and maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it is.
Steve, here's my point on it all. Before you even say a word, I said this to Elliott. Show me A goddamn picture
Show me a picture of an alien
of something.
of something.
I too would like to see a spaceship.
I want a picture.
Yeah, I mean,
Show
there
me the
have
alien
been.
crack.
You guys have not seen the spaceship that people have been saying they saw over Nevada, over Las Vegas recently? You guys haven't
Yeah,
seen?
that's pretty much guaranteed to be a hoax. I've been following this beat pretty heavily, Steve.
I want to hear it. I want to
As-
hear it. Let's go.
And the common theme, because everything is either disinformation or secret government, whatever. Oh, that's great. So that's Evan Peters.
It's
and a
Evan
candle.
Peters on a candle.
The alien thing on the Las Vegas thing is believed to be a hoax and a sort of distraction from the whistleblower complaint being filed by the former intelligence officer David Grush. And his interview drops today in its entirety. So I'm interested to see that. And
Yeah, that's
whether
a
or not
big
there
sexy
will be-
leak.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this
and-
is what we're talking about here. So what can you summarize what about what's going on with that guy?
Is this the most connected
Apparently.
leaker?
Yeah.
This is the most connected
Apparently.
leaker yet, I think.
Yeah. And he's got people coming in support of him and his lawyers. I guess, like, they're putting their necks on the line as well. He could go to prison or face fines if he's lying. And so he's like, the theory is that because he could be punished for it, it increases the likelihood that this is not a hoax. And so the full interview will be dropped today, and it's been leaked. And his claims are that the U.S. for decades has had a UFO reverse engineering program, and that they also potentially have bodies of pilots. Now, I love a good UFO tale.
Me
That to me
too.
is a bridge too far, but hopefully I'm wrong, and it will come out very soon. But it is quite exciting.
There was an article that Fox put out that says Harvard professor predicts that the next State of the Union address will discuss UFOs.
That's Avi Loeb from Harvard, and he did not say that. Fox News shockingly misrepresented
that
his
is a
words
shock.
in order to get click. He did say he would love if they announced UFOs during the State of the Union, but not that they probably would.
Wow, that's so funny. God damn, dude. It's so many news outlets just literally they just take whatever they want out of a quote and
Yes.
make it anything.
Look, we didn't think we were starting a revolution when we did it back in 2012, but we did. We started a revolution,
Yeah.
boys.
I think Elizabeth Olsen said she wasn't eager to return to the Marvel movies, but she said it in a way that was like, I'm just tired. I want to spend time with my family or something. And it's like, and they're like, Elizabeth Olsen hates working with Marvel.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
She leaves Marvel because they've gone woke. Go woke, go broke, she said.
Breaking
It's like holding her
news
baby.
on breaking news on thisbitch.com.
So superfake.com reports that this is supernottrue.org. There is an exclusive saying crashed UFO recovered by the US military distorted space and time,
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
leaving one investigator nauseous and disoriented when he went in and discovered it was much larger inside than out. Is this like Doctor Who?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what
stuff.
people are saying. And then there's one too of a guy who's going to be talking with a guy named Greer tomorrow, Stephen Greer, who I consider to be one of the more questionable figures in this world, and that's saying something because many of them are questionable in their own ways. But Stephen Greer is someone I don't personally believe is telling the truth. However, he's doing a press conference tomorrow with another whistleblower who said that he saw weapons being unloaded onto a UFO in Indonesia in 2009 with 5 of his other his troop or whatever. They were held up at gunpoint by unmarked men and told that they need to leave or they would kill them. And all 5 of the other people in his troop are refusing to come forward, which makes me skeptical. But apparently he will be coming forward as well tomorrow. And so it's all
Weapons
just
being onboarded.
So we're on the
weapons
cusp
being
of...
onboarded onto a thing where it lifts into. He describes the whole thing where it the bottom of it lifts and goes in and connects. It makes a seamless hole, and then all of it is all the weapons. And then the other one is that it was the inside of a football field when you walked inside. But then on the outside, it's not.
Look, if I know anything
so
about
fun.
intelligent species, it's a lot, guys. I know a lot because I know the one that we know. Those
And
things.
that's even
Yeah, debatable. But I know that the thing going up in that ship might have been weapons. That's not a guarantee. That might have been weapons. But if we know intelligent species, it's either A, weapons, or B, sex stuff.
Yeah, dildos.
That could have been just a pile of alien sex stuff. And it's not that big of a deal.
Well, it would
Wait.
be funny too if they were like, we put sex toys on the UFO because we know no one will come forward if they find dildos on the UFO. So they leave dildos around everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, this is
It's a psyop.
the guy that okay, this is really crazy. The lawyer Daniel Sheehan, you know this person, Elliott?
Yeah.
This is the person that is working with the whistleblower. The whistleblower is telling this lawyer about all of this crashed UFO information. This lawyer is the same guy who worked on Watergate and the Iran-Contra. So this is like a legend, like in old lawyer world. Like this is like a badass.
Yeah, we might be talking about two different things, but my understanding is the law firm that was highly reputable that was representing him have distanced themselves from Grush because they feel that he's making claims about them that are like implicating them. I could be wrong, but I think those. Or the other theory is that they just did the whistleblower complaint thing and then stepped away after their work was done. But yeah, the Grush thing is really, really interesting. He does seem like a credible person, and the
And
Las
these people
Vegas
are
one is
credible that are-
interesting timing. Like
Yeah.
the timing of the Las Vegas one, where all of a sudden this kid is like doing a video where he's claiming that he sees 8-foot tall beings with big black eyes, and that it was behind a forklift, and he experienced sleep paralysis when they made eye contact. Like, come on. It's like we're all just throwing everything a little bit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I'm like, this is so strange. It's like if it's a hoax, it's a big hoax. Not the Las Vegas one. That one's almost sure a hoax. But the
Yeah.
Grush thing is really, if that's how you even say his name, I'm not sure.
This is interesting.
Crazy.
You're right, Elliot. It does say here that he distanced himself. He is no longer working with him. The lawyer is no longer working because I guess all they do is they just protect people who want to be whistleblowers. So if
Just,
you
Yeah, and then
yeah.
that was the other thing too with this is the Pentagon approved him saying this stuff. So like the Pentagon was like, you can say everything, but what you can't do is include photos or videos. But you're allowed to make these claims.
Just show me a goddamn photo. Just give me a photo.
Exactly. And
Now we waited too long to show us the photos because all this AI art generation bullshit, and nobody's gonna think they're real.
exactly.
Do you think we're close, Elliot, or what do you think this is? This is
I
all
don't know. It's
distractions
so-
from all this Trump shit.
It is so nice to be distracted, but it is. It feels very. I don't know. It is. I'm very skeptical.
I love this on UFOs on the r/UFOs. There's a post. There's something that was posted yesterday that says, "Lower your expectations for your own good."
Yep.
Is that? I feel like that's like that should be on every Reddit thread.
Yeah. Yeah, look at some porn here. What does it say? Lower your expectations for your own good. Oh yeah, well, okay.
Oh, great! That'll kill the cycle of
Kinda
looking for the
changes
best one.
Yeah, but everyone's like, I've seen people here commenting recently that the world is going to completely change after Grush's interview.
Yeah, people get really like every moment it's just about to break, and then when it doesn't, it's like, it must be the powers that be. Like they were like this article, like this bombshell article came out, and it was covered by a website called The Debrief, which just so happens to have like a subheading about UFOs, and it specifically talks about like military and technology stuff, but it's not exactly the most reputable like news outlet, and they gave it to the New York Times, and the New York Times passed on it, and they were like, well, if the New York Times is passing on it, then this means that the New York Times is questionable. I'm like, maybe they just need more evidence. Maybe they don't want to just go off of what one guy is saying, and they're the New York Times, and so they're trying to verify. And so there's this whole rumor that today there was going to be in the Sunday Times an article that had been vouched and vetted for by the New York Times, but it doesn't seem to have been the case. But that's what the rumor was. They're like, oh, this is all part of disclosure is happening today.
I still,
What do you guys think? You guys think it's coming?
I think like everything's happening at the same fucking time, and we're in this just like race of like race of like what the hell is gonna be the next 5 years with like all the crazy climate change stuff,
And
AI,
yeah.
alien, like it's all happening at the same freaking time. And of course, right on top of it is all this fucking political drama here at home. And then we
And
got the
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom,
Russia,
and Diablo
Ukraine,
4,
everything's happening
Flash.
at once.
Flash.
Cornel West is running
Yeah.
for president. Why?
New
Cornel?
season of Righteous Gemstones.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah, like next week or something.
A lot of cool
sweet.
stuff happening.
I know.
We watched Shiny Happy People, which is a documentary about the Duggars family.
Yeah, how was that?
Really dark and really well done.
Wow.
Very like, oh, these are, and it follows this. I forget the name of it. It's something life. It's like a curriculum that this guy makes where it's all about like the quiverful movement and the Christian compulsion to have as many kids as possible so as to repopulate the earth with like warriors. And so it goes into this thing called the Joshua Society, which is young men and women that are brought up in order to infiltrate the government with like specifically Christian nationalist values
we
or
get
something.
we
It's
get
really
a bad
wild.
we get a bad rap, but here, just give me 5 minutes and I
here's
will
Joshua.
we get a bad rap, give me 5 minutes and I will help you see our side of the great.
Dude, on the same UFO subreddit, there's another post that says, "This might be the last normal day. Enjoy it."
Guy, my man.
David Bruce interview
My man-
is tomorrow, which will break the floodgate of this topic.
No, it won't.
I feel like we've had this like UFO moment 7 times in the last 2 years.
Exactly. Guys, this is
Nobody
This is
cares.
it.
Unfortunately,
no one gives a shit.
I know. I
No
guess
one
it's. I guess
cares.
it's. But you know what, Joe? I think it's the sentiment is aligned with yours, which is unless there's like pictures or video that don't look like CGI and look like it was actually like filmed in front of someone's eyes, then no one's gonna give a shit. They won't give a shit until either they see it with their own eyes or there's like irrefutable evidence.
do you guys
Yeah.
think an amendment will be added that specifically addresses AI or aliens first?
Well, at the rate our government works, we'll probably be dead by the time either of those things.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Rock and roll. No, you're right, man. No, it's true. It's true. We don't know what's going to happen, but the alien thing is like, it's so like, it's probably rooted in the idea that it's so hard to just visualize that we're alone. Like we're the only intelligent species that exists in the entire universe. Like that
UFO
thought is
sightings-
so scary and sad and lonely and weird, and like it causes all sorts of like whatever.
Some people
right?
love that though. Some people want it to.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But UFO sightings do skyrocket in times of like international unrest, and we are in that right now with Ukraine and Russia, and then just general unrest and economic unrest. When times are turbulent, people start seeing circles in the sky. I wrote this paper I submitted for publishing, so I'm kind of hoping that this all works out, because the paper is based on the idea of like what happens if it even comes out tangentially true that there's like aliens, and like what the like negative effect that would have on the people, like the people on that subreddit who are like, tomorrow is like the end of the world,
The
like
last
this is
day of our
happening,
normal
yeah, and
lives.
it's like those people, like when the bubble gets burst, if it were to hypothetically get burst in the direction they want it to, like I don't think they would be as happy as they purport that they would be. Like it would mess a lot of people up.
You think anarchists that just want everything to fucking burn to the ground and not be the way that it is wouldn't be happy when it actually happens?
Yeah, some of them will for sure, and I think a bunch of them are going to be real like, oh, what now? Like
Yeah.
that would be, yeah, it would basically be the Copernican thing again. It'd be crazy. I hope it happens. We'll see.
Were you talking about
That w-
Leslie Keane a second ago?
No, that's
Did you
the
mention
writer.
Leslie Keane?
No, yeah, she did.
This post-
Her and Blumenthal did the article.
Oh,
And they did also the New York Times article back in the day, the 2017 article.
So Leslie Keane recently said that talking about the UFO crash retrievals was quoted as saying, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's some extraterrestrial aliens that have come here and crashed. I think the actual origin of it could be much more complicated than that.
They're thinking like
Yeah, a lot
parallel
of-
universe time jumping stuff.
Yeah, and there a lot of it is because they're being very careful not to say aliens. It's only like the articles that pick it up that are saying aliens, but the actual whistleblower is only saying non-human intelligence, or NHI.
Damn.
Fascinating.
The other theory is ultra-terrestrials, and they've been living in the oceans forever.
Also-
They're always coming out of the water. Very
Ultra.
Oh,
so
love
all
that.
okay. So terrestrials, but better.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
So it's like
Octopus
remember what was it in Pacific Rim? It was like that thing ripped open in the ocean and all the robot or the aliens came out of there. You remember that? Spoiler
crazy.
alert.
Big old kaiju's.
It says here Keen mentions how she heard from a source off the record that paraphrased. So this is off the record and paraphrased.
And interpreted by me.
Yeah, saying that quote the cost of
Texted in emojis.
it was wingdings. The cost of security for the program, crash retrieval and reverse engineering outweighs the actual money spent on the program itself. The security is this huge element of it.
Yeah, there is the theory that it's like the space wars or the space race, and if we show our hand that we have this technology, then it could potentially either start a giant war,
Yeah, it opens
or it
up
could
for
be used as a
invasion,
way,
yeah.
and it could be used as a way to funnel even more money into the military-industrial complex.
My favorite complex.
My favorite complex. That and the mother complex is good.
Dude, that's crazy. So like what a pivot. What a plot twist if they're like, all right, well, here's the deal. Aliens are real, but they're not from our galaxy. They're from like a different dimension. Like our galaxy still is like we're the only life forms in our entire like universe, you know, whatever, but we have like evidence that suggests there are other universes where other creatures can come to hang out on Earth.
Other somethings.
Other somethings.
You know?
Maybe robots, maybe they're AI drones from some alternate dimension that are like, you know, scanning shit for information.
Like the answer, I think, to what I'm about to say, I think we know the answer. Like I was going to ask, what would be the most interesting outcome, right? Like parallel universe beings, extraterrestrials or ultra terrestrials. And I think it's like the parallel universe thing is so fascinating beyond all belief.
Fascinating.
And understanding that, of course,
And
that's
the
the
government
answer.
acknowledging it would be even more fascinating.
That's the answer. However, ultra terrestrials that have avoided any sort of detection forever would be pretty freaking dope.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the military applications of that are what would cause the biggest stir, I think. Because if we could have undetected, like, manned craft, the military could have that information. Or, like, you know, I mean, we already have kind of like stealth things, I guess, but something that is like completely undetectable by any kind of like current technology. That's like, ooh, someone in the military wants that.
Somebody in the military is getting fired.
Right.
If it comes out that they're ultra terrestrial and that they've been living in the oceans, I don't know that it wouldn't take me a while to go back into the ocean.
Dude, for
Swim
real.
around. I'd be
For
pretty
real.
freaked out.
There'd be all these pushes from like the Hawaiian government. Please come to Hawaii. Please.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
No. There's so much culture here.
Please come. We
There's
are freaked out. We're
Please,
surrounded.
the ocean is safe here. We don't have aliens.
We have seen a 99% decrease in the scuba workforce. They've hit a recession.
James Cameron
tripping
killed
over
himself.
scuba tanks.
We can't.
Yeah,
Well, James Cameron would like come every day if they confirm that there's aliens.
No,
down
no,
there.
no. James Cameron would do a news conference, and then he would slowly unzip his face.
And he'd be like, I am,
Uh,
I am Gregulan. I'm from Atlantis.
Please watch Avatar 3.
Avatar was filmed in Atlantis. These are real creatures.
Giovanni Ribisi is one of us, and he's not even wearing a costume. Look at him.
He's like, oh, you threw me under the blork.
I saw Giovanni Ribisi on a plane one time. He still looks so sad.
He always looks
wherever
sad.
he goes.
Is he the one that is a Scientologist?
I think
I
yes,
don't know.
yes. I
He's
believe
also
so.
in X-Files. He plays like a
Unconfirmed.
lightning guy.
Ooh.
I remember that. It was like one of the 2 episodes I
Yeah.
like tripped and
That you-
watched.
Yeah, same. I think I've seen like 2 episodes.
Did any of you guys see Spider-Man
No, but I
across
need
the
to.
Spider-Verse?
Wants to.
Okay.
Guns to.
Well, we'll wait to talk about it.
Maybe today.
And it just really quickly for those of you that don't give a shit, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has completely dominated my free time lately. You really just get sucked into that
Yep.
fucking game,
I-
and it won't let you go.
Accidentally put in a day yesterday. Broken up by my
Wow.
son's first basketball game, which was amazing. But
Good,
man,
good for him. I look cute. Cute photo, by the way, Joe.
thank you. I made him.
Can I say cute? Handsome. He looked handsome. Cool.
We yeah, it's
Big boy.
here's where that game gets you. The game gets you because you look at that map and you go, that thing isn't far. I'm gonna do one more thing today before I put it
Dude,
down. I'm gonna do
exactly.
one more thing, and I'm gonna do it right over there. Right over there.
And
it's
that's
like
it.
that's a
I'm put-
centimeter away. That's
I'm
1
even setting an
centimeter,
alarm.
and I'm going, and then fucking 3 hours later, you finally get there and you do the thing, and you die a couple times because there is a difficulty level to the game.
There totally is.
Yeah, it's-
And then you finally do it
Different world.
because you're fucking stubborn. And then you go, oh my God, it's been 3 hours. I'm going to do one more thing. One more
I
thing.
know. Dude, I was gonna.
I need more bomb flowers. I'm gonna go get more bomb flowers, and that way, next time I start to play, I'll have plenty of bomb flowers.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, oh, a chest. Oh, how do I get up there? Oh, let me put some things together and climb
And
up there.
every single fucking chest is disappointing, but you always think it's going to be
I
great
know.
because everything breaks and nothing is permanent in the game.
I know.
Have you guys done the thing where you have the other ability, the not fuse and not ultra hand, but it's between? We talked about this a little bit last
Yeah,
week, Steve.
yeah.
but
Time,
I
the
got
time
it.
one?
Depths.
The time one?
No,
It's on
there's
the-
another
it's
one.
Like, 4
I'm not
o'clock
there yet.
position.
Yeah,
I got
okay.
it. I got it. I know what you're talking about.
It's great. That's all I have to say.
I know. Once you get that, you're like, oh
off to the races.
boy, now I'm in for it.
I don't want to tell you what it is, Joe, but you should go to the.
I
should
know.
Go talk to Joshua.
Talk to
I
Joshua.
gotta finish 2 more regional phenomena, and then
I
I'll
ended up
probably
going
for
to-
you guys.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think I have how many are there initially? The phenomena? There's 4.
4 something like 4 phenomena.
I also have 2 left. I
something
did
like
the
4
birds.
phenomena.
I did the birdies.
You did
one,
the
and
you did the
then
Ritos.
and I just finished the rock guys.
I went Rito Gerudo, and now I'm
That
over
is
with,
Gerudo, right? The
and
rocks
now-
are Gerudo.
that's the no, no,
Gerudo's
no.
desert.
Yeah. And now I'm over
Rock
with the
is,
Zora,
Goron.
about to clean up some pollution like Captain Planet.
Yeah, I'm in the Goron like underground or whatever, and I'm like, I remember first getting over there and like you light on fire because it's like so hot, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be here because I don't
Just like real life.
I can't do that. Like I don't want to die. I don't want to keep eating potions and
fun.
like, and then I talked to one of the guys and they're like, oh, don't forget that if it's too hot, they sell like the perfect outfit in the shop. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just go buy that. Well, oh shit, that's right. There's an outfit that's like fire resistant.
Oh, it's $1 billion?
It's $1 billion.
billion.
I was like, fuck, am I gonna sell these diamonds?
Yeah, you gotta sell the diamonds.
Yeah.
How
Or
many-
you
are
gotta
the
sell
diamonds
ore.
plentiful, Elliot?
They're more plentiful. They're like the only thing. They're not as plentiful as they were in the Breath of the Wild. They're cheapskates in Tears of the
I
Kingdom.
know they're
but
really skimping
they
on
do
the
pop up.
materials. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't drop.
I
Nobody
know.
drops
And they
anything.
I'm like, I found a ruby and I'm like, fuck, I want to fuse this to like a sword. because I want to shoot fire at people and shit. And I was like, but I only have fucking 1 ruby. And what if I need it for like a wandering side mission where they're like, I just need 1 ruby to help my family live.
Guys, have you talked about how fucking stupid it is that this game is a 3-level map tier system?
I know, it's crazy.
It's insanity.
You can
As
go
soon
up
as
into
you-
the sky and then skydive down to the ground.
And
then
you're
you
like,
can go
cool, this
underground.
is niche. And then you go underground on accident for the first fucking time, and you go, oh no.
Yeah,
It's the biggest
There-
fucking
there
game
goes your
ever.
day.
I know.
Oh,
And then
it
you're
is
like,
huge.
yeah, and then they're all huge. Yeah, they're all like massive, expansive areas.
Crazy.
Have you guys gotten to Hatino Village?
Mm.
That sounds familiar.
Hatino Village is where you might hear a lot of fashion things about fashion.
I
some
haven't
been
fancy
yet.
and everything.
No, I
Where
haven't.
you
been
can
It-
customize.
They have a whole like multiple side quests of the Hatino Village that is very fun if you need a break from all of the regional.
Dude, that's why I'm
phenomena.
so happy I'm done with like the lava area, I'm just
Yeah.
done with all that lava shit.
Gerudo's tough. That one's a tough one.
Oh
Real
yeah,
scary.
desert stuff. I remember that was hard in Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
You guys run into
Tedious.
any horny fairies?
I haven't found a horny
Yeah.
fairy yet. No.
I love them.
Yep.
They're just ready. I love me a big woman.
Big horny
different than-
fairies
Love a
make
big
the rockin'
horny-
world go round.
Are you a horny woman? Check. Are you magical? Check. Are you giant? Check. Anyway, all right. Well, guys, let's get the fuck out of here because I want to play Zelda now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to the show today. Anything else we want to drop in the pot?
Drop
I guess
it in
we
the
gotta
pot.
stop talking about
Zelda
we gotta-
and UFOs.
Zelda at UFOs. But you tell me what that's what I have going on.
Dude,
in
and
mind.
honestly, I have so much fun talking about it with you guys, and I think
Isn't it
more
nice?
at the end of the day, it's like, isn't it all about what is the most fun for us, and then it just and whatever that trickles down to is what we call entertainment.
Maybe?
At the end of the day, the U.S. government is concealing UAP existence to preserve capitalism.
Interesting. They think that capitalism will be destroyed.
Yeah, why would you go to work the next day if you
Yeah,
knew that there was
yeah.
a life-saving technology that could completely transform?
I know, right? And you could like there's like all sorts of technology like teleporting and like
Yeah.
time jumping.
Dang.
I guess if I
Interesting.
learned that there was like a teleportation device and they're like really close to reverse engineering it, I'd be like, well, you gotta give us that. you have to give us that.
Oh, this
Gotta have that.
Yeah, I'm
whole
sorry. You gotta
Apple
give us that.
head. they're like, we gave you the Apple headset. Come on, we
Yeah.
gave you the
got,
Apple
you
headset.
got the new goggles that are $4,000.
Wait, is,
Yeah.
is there any part of you guys that wants that?
Yeah, I want it because it's
No.
cool, but other than that,
Is it?
it's totally cool. FaceTime right in front of your face.
Yeah, just
Like with a like I don't know, like the technology is awesome. It's not
I don't
fully,
get tech boners, so it's just like
Yeah,
it doesn't
neither.
do it for me.
I think it's one
I
of
did
those
see
things
this-
where once people put them on, then they're like, "Oh shit, this is a game changer."
Probably.
I did see
maybe.
that a meme where the guy's wearing it, but what he's watching is that video of what the fuck is up, Denny's? That you know
Dude,
that video,
dude.
And he's like, I've got this, so I can finally feel like I'm a part of the greatest video of all time.
I keep
That
seeing
rock.
those.
What the fuck is up, Denny's?
Yeah, there was one where it was like I spent $4,000 so that I could like relive my favorite live kids show that doesn't exist anymore that I went to when I was a kid once.
Yeah.
And it shows like the whole room is filled with like that like concert or whatever. It's cool, man, but it's like, it's fucking $4,000. That's fucking
Someday-
insane.
Apple's gonna release, like, after all this technology stuff in like 5-10 years, they're just gonna release welcome to the iPro Hang with Your Friends. And it's
Yeah.
just an app that gets you guys to all show up at the same place in real life and have a conversation.
Or it's just
Yeah.
a hologram of all your friends. And it's like, here's a pre-recorded conversation you might have with them.
No, it's gonna be weird. Like, at some point, and it's probably already kind of happened, but like it will become trendy. It will possibly. It's kind of nihilistic, but like it'll become trendy to go hang out with your friends. Like it'll become trendy. Like Oh, what do I
We're in
do?
the same
I have
space.
I have a group where we get together and we talk to each other face to face.
Yeah, whoa,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, we put our phones into like a fishbowl.
Yeah, we just hang out and we talk.
then we
have
just hang out,
conversation. We shake hands, we hug.
But I'm saying this right now, government, because I know you're listening to this because you listen to everything.
Hi, government.
Listen, government, it's been a while.
How have you been, government?
If you guys have teleportation technology, you gotta give us that.
You're
You
gonna
look
need
good.
to give us that.
You're gonna need to give us that.
We're
because
gonna need that.
we're gonna want that and need that. Crush the car companies, crush the transportation industry, destroy the transportation industry, destroy those jobs. I want a teleportation device.
One question,
And that is why it's secret.
one follow up.
That is totally why it's secret. It would crumble and think of all the money in the transportation industry and all the government officials that are part of that
What
have their
you saying?
ties.
What
Ugh.
distance? What distance? How far? 1 foot, 2 foot, 5 foot, 10 foot, longer. At what distance is it so short that you're disappointed with the teleportation technology? But they're like, dude, we've done it. We did it. We've reverse engineered it. We have personal teleportation devices for everybody. You can teleport yourself or things 3 feet. It's just the way the time-space continuum works. So you can
Damn,
move
that's
things
the most
3 feet.
disappointing. That would be the most disappointing outcome of
5
of
feet.
that-
Are you
of that
happy?
technology.
10 feet. Are you like, I gotta get it?
And then you're like, the government has access to miles long teleportation, and they don't want to give it to us because there would be anarchy.
Yeah.
Think of all the robberies and like murders and like, it's like
Yeah, people would get back into stealing gold bars, which I
Yeah.
think would be kind of cool.
we
That's
don't
pretty cool.
deserve it. We don't.
But are
we
you-
don't- like? Isn't it crazy that we can't be trusted?
Because, well, at the end of the day, human nature dictates. There's good and there's evil. However, everybody wants to steal a gold fucking bar.
Once,
Dude,
just one.
honestly, too, like I was just thinking about like how people get new technology and they instantly reverse engineer it and try to break it and make it do like completely different shit. Like if they gave us like the teleporter that does 3 feet, like people are gonna like do real weird shit like body
Dude,
modification. and,
I
like,
modded out my teleporter. Check this out. It's my
Yeah,
Smurf mod. You go in it and everything comes out as a Smurf. It's fucking cool.
check this out, guys. I don't have to open my fridge. I can get something out of it without opening it up.
But why is your fridge 3 feet away from you? That's what I'm saying. At what point are you not disappointed? 10 feet? 20?
I could
I
have
want to be
fun.
like,
I could have fun
and,
with it.
we're like, oh, didn't they used to call you Jack Daniels? Hey, you seen this? It's a hole, and it's Eddie Valiant. And
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
the
"Ooh."
whole yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh boy, what if that was how the technology worked?
It was like it's like
a whole-
Portal,
like, but yeah, like not like Portal the game,
right?
which I think is what we're all thinking.
Oh, so you don't have two of them. It's like literally just make a big hole into the void.
Big hole, yeah.
Just a void hole. So yeah, then there'd be some articles like Kentucky woman's child falls into void hole.
Void hole.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, well, officials say there's just no way to retrieve him. We don't know where the void goes.
You know, it was the most tragic circumstance, and some would say almost comedic. The house was swallowed up by a sinkhole, and as the sinkhole fell, the void hole fell out of its packaging, landing on the ground, and the baby was lost.
And coming up later, we're talking about void explorers, people that willingly crawl into the void and see if they can find anything.
Honey, can we sit down?
There's nothing down there. There's nothing
And they
down
don't
there.
come back. They just die right away, probably.
Honey, sit down. We need to talk. I was going through your internet history, and you forgot to erase it this time.
Uh-oh.
Have you been looking at void porn?
Oh, found my void playlist.
Damn. Fill up my void.
It wouldn't take long before you're like, man, the government really shouldn't have told us about the UFOs.
I know,
They
right?
should've just
Because
kept it.
then it's like, yeah, then there's like, because I'm sure they're talking about like civil like uprising, right? Like the like people like banding together and going like, all right, well let's tear it down. If they're not going to
gonna
give
need to
us,
see it.
yeah, let's time to mobilize and tear down City Hall.
Thanks for listening to the
Trump.
Valley Cast.
Thank you, everybody.
For sure. Damn it. Why'd I talk?